using my thumb to push the hair down so that I create room to make sure that every piece of the hair is wrapped around the pin. I'm creating an 8 shape. Okay, all the way to the end. And it's okay if you leave just a few strands out. I'm going to start from the end and work my way up to the top because I want to seal that hair and make sure it doesn't unravel. So again, using my Amika Confidant Flat Iron, I'm going to seal starting at the end of the pin where the hair ends, and then just seal that hair. This is going to lock in the pattern. Her hair is pretty thick, so it's coming out a bit, but we can push that back in. Now, if the hair is thick, you want to use smaller sections, but for this video, we're just doing a quick demonstration so that you can get an idea of how to create this look. But typically, with thicker, denser, longer hair, we will use smaller sections. The more you create, the bigger the hair, the more texture you create. So I'm going to push that down just to go back and add that hair back in. So I'm going to end it there. Okay, so we're going to move on. Same thing, hairpin that we just spread open just a bit. I'm going to bring it out maybe 3 to 4 inches, using my thumb to control it, my right hand to wrap it in an 8 shape. Wrap, push, I'm wrapping it, pushing down. Wrapping in an 8 shape, pushing it down, wrapping the 8, pushing down. And with this look, you can just help to create texture, temporary texture to the hair. It's a fun look. whether you're doing an editorial look or if you want the client wants to create some texture, again, without committing to any texture. But like I mentioned before, we took a hairpin, a large hairpin, we widened it, and we're wrapping the hair in an H shape. And I'm using my thumb to push it down as I wrap. Now, depending on density and length, that determines where you start. Wrapping, pushing it down, because I want it to go all the way to the end. Good. So I'm gonna go ahead, use the flat iron to seal it. Again, starting from the bottom, working my way up. Just gonna wrap that around. I think we have enough room for it. All right, let's move on. So 2 more. I'm gonna separate this one in 2. Okay, about 3 to 4 inches out. Using my thumb, gonna wrap, push, wrapping in an H shape, and I'm pushing it down with my thumb. Now it gets a bit easier when you get towards the end. As you can see, you maintain a bit more control. But as long as you're holding it at the end and using your thumb to push it down, because again, we want to fit all of that hair in. All the way down, all the way down. Perfect. Sealing from the bottom, working our way up. Okay, last one. Okay. Using my thumb to push it down. I want to keep it nice and tight. And again, I'm going to use my thumb to push it down so that I may maintain the space to accommodate the amount of hair I'm wrapping around the pin. So again, we used a large hairpin. we separated it a bit or opened it up so that we can wrap the hair around it. Using my thumb to push the hair down to create space to wrap the hair all the way around to the end. All the way to the end. Then I'm going to use the flat iron to seal it. Okay, now we're going to take it out. We're going to start with this side since we prepped this side already. As you can see, this is how it looks when you initially take it out. I'm just going to pull from the bottom and it comes right out. Okay. On this side, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start with the one I started with first. Last but not least, then we're going to take our vent brush. I'm going to comb it out. There we go. Now when I brush it out, I start from the ends and I work my way out. And I want to kind of pull it through as I'm doing that so that I can create that volume and placement that I want. All right, and there you have it. Figure 8 braid with the rick rack.